Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P Farm. Thinking right out here in my lab, in the book, doing what I do for you. I got a nice lesson for you today. Okay, let's rock. It's gonna be a while, so get the seatbelt. Might be a two-parter, but let's go. I got something good for you. I'm excited. Let's rock. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune into receiving them. I appreciate you. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking is way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. Your goal as a right thinker is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I ask the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. A person who knows not, it's rhetorical, but you don't have to answer for yourself. Tune in, I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you, I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know, it's okay. Spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my eye, be true. Right thinkers, let's talk about knowing thyself is what? Meeting your eternal witness. Who the hell is eternal witness? That guy. The eternal witness, according to the ancient Egyptian hymns to Amun, verse 13, he, the one watcher, who neither slumbers nor sleeps. Okay, let's go. Within the teachings of the ancient Egyptian Trinity concepts, the teaching of the triad or the true and self in human consciousness. That means you have the seer, the seen in the sight, may be found also in concept that we tell you, Amun, which is the seer, which is hidden. The aspect is called the eternal witness. This witness is the one of the most important discoveries in the mystical philosophy. Why? Because it points to the existence of that transcendental awareness which lies where? Beyond your conscious level of your mind, meaning it's a little bit higher. This witness is also what? To be found in the Indian philosophy under the yoga teachings of, they called it Sakshin. And the Buddhist teachings, they called it mindfulness. We call it nihas, okay? But Sakshin is considered what they call the fourth state of consciousness, which is beyond the waking, the dream, and even past the dreamless sleep state. And it is the ultimate goal of all right thinkers, all mystics, all sages, saints, and gurus to what? Achieve awareness in this state of mind. Consciousness, awareness, aka know thyself. They call it nihas. Y'all call it spiritual enlightenment. Christians call it Christhood, anointing. Call it what you want, but the idea is to reach it within yourself. When you have knowledge of it, you can care less what somebody else called it. Trust me, right? Now, for many thousands of years prior, so it's been going on for a while, prior to the development of the Sakshin Buddha concept in the Vedanta philosophy and the mindfulness concept of Buddhism in India, thousands of years before that. Understand this. The concept of witnessing consciousness was clearly understood where? In ancient Egypt. This watcher or witnessing consciousness is related to the three other important utterances in the book of Coming Forth by Day, verses 33, 34, and 35. I'm going to read them to you in a second. And they explain the relationship between the witnessing consciousness of your mind and the perceptions through the senses of the physical world, aka the body. We are spiritual beings in a physical human world to have experienced what? Of the physical form to become what? Conscious. Same concept, hasn't changed. You reach the level of what? Commune with what? That witness I'm talking about. That's who you want to commune with when you're in the meditative state. We go there every now and then in the dream state, but you don't know it. Just gave you that lesson. So let's go. Moving on. I'm teaching now. Here we will focus on what? The understanding that the watcher or the senses, the watcher, or what we call the witnessing consciousness, which is, you ready? The innermost essence of the human mind. That's the highest level the mind can reach. That's when the pineal gland gets tickled and all of a sudden you got straight information to God. That's the connection. They knew that. They're teaching you how to do it, okay? I'm showing you how to do it while I did it. That's how I know, okay? Now, let's read the phrase. Number 33, chapter 33. It says, he whose name is hidden, a.k.a. Amun, they knew that, and Ra, who is visible, belong to him as his face. So the sun is the face of God. Amun is hidden. Ra is the face. And watch this. Now, and the body is Ptah. That's us in the flesh. I keep making it simple for you. That's it. The spirit is hidden. The visibility right there. The physical body is right here. Without that, we don't exist. So understand that they go in progression as a process. All conscious know the process. He didn't want to put it in motion. That's the concept. So watch this. That's explaining the Trinity. Now, the next one is 34. Their cities are established on earth forever. We know that in Waset, you have Amun, Mu, and Kansu, the Trinity. Anu, you had the Asarian concept where you got Asar, Aset, and Haru. That's the most popular one. And Hekapata is where men fight. Okay, that's Ptah, his concept. Okay, and each one of them gods had a city that represented them. Again, they say the cities will live on forever. In the 35th chapter, it says, when a message is sent in heaven, meaning here, it is heard in Anu, again, and it repeated in Hekapata to the beautiful face. It is done unto what? Writing. Ptah brought Tahuti brought writing in the writing to letters into existence by the letters by Tahuti. And it's dispatched to the cities of who? Amun, with their things. The matters are answered in the west, that's in Thebes. They had it broken down, they had a full understanding, but the idea was to get every individual. Right now, they think that all 85% of us individuals, the masses, are ignorant. They have no respect for you. The angels were teaching you how to be your own God. They had to respect you for the things you said and do. The self, what's this? The self, remember, the self, know who? Thyself. The self is the eternal witness to all that goes on in minds of every human being. I just told you, I'm going on the rabbit hole of telepathy. Telepathy is the way to get to God. It's mental. What's this? And it is the mind that's composed of what? past memories and desires that's stored in what? Your subconscious mind and even your unconscious mind, which what? Believes it is to be real and independent. That's the ego. The ego convinced the spirit that I'm like that God in the Christian Bible got y'all believing he God. Another situation, but it's all different. It's all symbolical. And when you can trick somebody and fool somebody believing something that ain't, you gonna win. Why? They don't know no better. But when you begin to ask, who is this I call me? We know who the I. Remember, me, myself, and I? Me is the hidden. That's Amun. Myself is who you think you are, and I is who the physical body, and the I is who you control yourself, you identify yourself with. It's always in threes. That's why. But watch this. Remember this question. I've got a lot of information, so remember this. Who is this person that we call me? You begin to discover that you cannot find any me. You know why? No, I went to the end. I'm going to play itself out. You cannot find any me is why. Me, the person I was at when I was 5 years old, is me the person I was at 20, or am I the person I see in the mirror today? Still looking for that me. Am I the person I will be in 10 years from now? Or am I the person I was 500 to 1,000 years ago in the recycling of life? Okay, in a different incarnation. Where is the me? Good old ladies, where's the me? Where is me? See? Okay, and that's the question. We usually ask for the I. The I is the ego. You got to look for him. He right there. He ain't went nowhere. The me, a little more tricky, all right? But where is the me? Is me the body? We know better than that. Am I the legs or the arm? This parts. Am I the heart? Just another part. Am I the brain? Another part. People have lost. Okay, we got two hemispheres. And watch this. People have lost half their brain and still continue to live a life not in a vegetable state, but as human beings. Why? Because a lot of us only use half the brain anyway and doing just fine. Philosophically, metaphorically. Why? We only think with one side of our brain. Mayat teaches you to think with both sides. So that's the difference. And it's been proven. Yeah, you can take half the brain out and still function. Why? It still got motor skills, still got consciousness. That's why. Another lesson, I ain't here to talk about that. But the idea, we trying to get that me. You ain't got to the me yet. The human parts of the body, the internal parts of the body, still ain't the me. Follow with me, stay with me. When the human beings, now with consciousness, okay, they can still live with half a brain. And since the body parts cannot be lost, can be lost or even transplanted, these cannot be what? Me. We know that. What does this all mean? Starting to get good. Pay attention. Here we go. As a child, you acted in a certain way. Your knowledge extended that far. So you, as an adolescent, you acted in another way. Got a little better at living. As an adult, you act yet what? Another way. Now, all the while, your body is growing and changing and gradually moving toward what? Death. The body going to deteriorate. It starts out young and it deteriorates, going to death. So understand that. But you have experienced what? All of these changes. And through mental conditioning, meaning learning and getting your faculties and producing, being conscious and learning your lessons and practicing them, you have now come to what? Believe that all of these characters are you. This is me. Now, initiated teachings. I mean, you join somebody who's going to teach you something. You get initiated into something, right? Thinkers, I'm going to just initiate you by teaching you the things you need to know. Whoever show up, that's who get the initiation. There's no formalities you got to do, none of that nonsense, okay? So, yeah. But in initiated teachings, this is proven what? Proved through philosophical and a philosophical argument and through intuitional enlightenment, meaning knowledge for yourself, that these are only, you ready? Transitory characters with no real substance. Who you identify yourself with, who you believe you are, means nothing. It's just a passing phase. So, what is real? Come on now, there we go. P-Funk, pure real. I'm going to keep it real with you. Your witnessing self is real. That consciousness, that witnessing consciousness, that's what's real. Because we have ignorance and we don't really do what we need to do, we don't know that until what? We learn it. It's not just given to you. And it is the witnessing consciousness identified with what? Your ego, self-consciousness, okay? Who experienced the pains and the pleasures, the disappointments and the successes. That witnessing consciousness, watch this, been there the whole time, which withdraws at the time of what? Sleep, to let you experience your dreams. The question is that Native Americans said that, and the Aborigines say the same thing. The dream world, the sleep world is the real world. The waking world is really the dream world. We flipped it, so to speak. And watch this, I ain't arguing, I'm just letting you know information. And when you sleep to have your experience dreams, that's, watch this, that witnessing consciousness that observes all the changes of your life like a silent onlooker, right? Waiting to be what? Noticed. He been there the whole time. God ain't went nowhere. See, and they putting God in perspective where they don't preach you. No, I'm giving you a perspective. It's the same thing. When you think about it, why? He been there the whole time. I didn't recognize God till I got to that prison cell. A lot of people don't do it till they're not. Well, because they ain't thought about it. They doing it. You're laughing on your mind. When you got nothing else, all you got is what? Me. Moving on. And watch this. Just waiting to be noticed as what? Your innermost self. God. We're trying to philosophize it for you so you can understand it without being all, like I said, all preaching, all holy. No, I ain't got time for that. Just understand, be able to comprehend, and then you can practice it. The real me is what? That which causes the existence of the body and uses it to have what? Worldly experience. Again, the spirit needs a host. Symbiosis takes place. Why? The spirit and the body become one. When you become conscious of that, that's God in the flesh. We just don't know it. We are that. We just need to know it. Becoming conscious, that's our job. Okay? Well, yeah. The real me is that which causes everything and all to exist in body to, okay. The body-mind complex is problems and the concerns, meaning your failures and your successes, your pleasures and your pains, your life and your death, cannot affect what? The real me. Telling you that. What you go through, don't move him one way or another. Good, bad, or indifferent. Don't move the needle with the innermost witness, consciousness, the ultimate me, the self. The project, what's this? Of yoga and right thinking philosophy. And the goal is to what? Discover, get all my right thinkers to discover what? The illusionariness of what? Your ego personality, aka your mind and body, and to discover the real me. What? That watcher who never slumbers. The eye that sees all, that don't close. That's God. Again, whatever metaphor you want to use, whatever allegory you want to use, whatever mythology, it don't make a difference. Theology, whatever gets you to understand it, that's what you do. And Malcolm, by any means necessary. I'm just trying to make my point as best I could to clearly understand, get you to clearly understand. I'm just doing what other people do. I'm trying to get you to know you. That's it. And from what's this? And from that understanding, from the point of view of the ocean, the problems and the concerns, which is your failures or your successes, your pleasures and your pains, life and death of the waves is what? Of no avail, since none of these occurrences really affect what? The ocean essential nature. What goes on in don't mean nothing, okay? And if they say the closer you are to the surface, the rougher you're going to get. But the further down you go, more serene, more quiet, more peaceful. And the stuff up there don't bother you. That's the concept. It works perfect. But now the waves, watch this, the waves do not add or distract from the fullness of the ocean. I tell you, God can multiply, divide, take away, add, and don't lose nothing or add nothing to himself. That's like the ocean concept. The ocean encompasses all of the waves, regardless of whether the waves are rising or falling. Okay, ebb and float, they make a difference. But the ocean always remains what? Full of itself. Likewise, the real you is always embracing what? The fullness of the divine self, where? Within all individuals. And at every moment, if you're God conscious, if your mind is on God, the devil can't get you. That's the ego self. Keep him in the servitude position, okay? And just as the sun shines and sustains all the activities of the world, okay, the consciousness of God is as a light which shines on all things and allows them to exist. Hope you get that concept, understanding. Now, in the same way, it's all conceptualized, that you are the sole witness and support of the entire world, which what? Arises where? Out of your own mind, doing what? Your dream state. And that's the self is what? Is the unaffected witness and supporter of this entire world process. And this world is what? Merely a reflection of the actual self. This silent witnessing is the kind of vision, third eye, you must engender where? In your mind, as opposed to the one which constantly agitated and upset by what? The passing problems of human existence. Caught up in the world, caught up in things of the world, caught up in everything except what you need to be caught up in, which is getting to be your best self, living your best life. And this is what they call divine vision that leads an aspirant, right thinker, to what? Spiritual enlightenment. Hope you got the concept. Hope it made sense to you. That's part one. I'll be back because there's more understanding how you can get to your what? Your witnessing consciousness. That's who you want to meet, person, face to face. Oh, you can't see God. No, you won't, but you will in your mind. Okay? Understand that. I'll be right back with part two. But right now, in closing, right thinkers, may you all let it be 100 me. 100 minus a day. So I never know my right thinkers who try to find the witness conscious in themselves have passed away. When you do, you won't pass away. Trust me.